Hi all, it's Chibi Fangirl, and now it's time for another DayBreak Illusion Vlog, episode 7. So, do you remember that happy episode in episode 6 where like, nah, no battles, it's just let's have fun and have filler, right? Well, episode 7 takes a deep dark twist, and for me that's really surprising in a good and bad way. Good way is because everyone is dying slowly, and that brings me pleasure because this show sucks. So, it's negative because if you do like the show, everyone is dying slowly. So, what happens is because the lovers have disappeared, it is because the Demona have tarot counterparts. And if a tarot card faces their opposing side, like let's say the sun faces off with a dark sun, both cards disappear and they are never seen again. So that's why the lovers went missing. And the Evita, I think her name is it Evita or Ida? I don't know, but she's one of the headmistresses there. She tells everyone, if you ever fight your counterpart, do run away. You do not want to fight these people because you will disappear. And so then we have like this whole theory, well, conspiracy, like who would do what. Sarah wants to fight no matter what. She doesn't care if she disappears or not. And then she's like, oh, I don't want to lose anyone. I'm going to run away. And Akari and Ginka have no opinion whatsoever. We also find out that the shapeshifter, he does have a name. I just forgot what it was because how stupid the plot is. And he says that he figured out a way to, like, destroy all the major arcana girls. And I also found out that the major arcana cannot have a human source to it. What I mean is when the Demona was attacking people, like the artist and Akari's friend, they had a host. However, the major arcana does not have a host. It's like the counterpart of the person. So in this episode, Ginka fights herself. And it's a really interesting battle. I'm going to be totally honest. I actually was rooting for this battle. Because at first I was going to be like, I really don't care at this point. And then I was like, you know what? I want the villains to win because this show is really, really stupid. So, the girls don't want to fight, and they end up running away at first. And I also found out that the antagonist, not the big bad, but one of the antagonists, the shape-shifting one, the It, has a crush on Akari. So it's definitely like Ichigo and Quiche from Tokyo Mew Mew. It even has a similar voice to Quiche. It's like just hilarious at how similar the relationship is. So Ginka dies. Like, she, like, dies fighting herself afterwards. Like, Ginka's like, well, at first I didn't have an opinion, but now I do. I'm going to fight no matter what. So she does, and, even if she does win, she does disappear. It's not really explained very well, but it's like, if we merge, you'll disappear with me. And it never explained what the merge was, and I don't think it will be explained either. But, yeah, so Ginka dies and everyone's really, really sad at the end. And I was like, yay! And I hope Akari's death will be slow and painful. Afterwards, I did my own tarot reading on this show. And I asked the tarot, is this show gonna suck any more than it is? Or is it gonna have a happy ending? Like Monica did. And honestly, compared to Monica would probably have a better ending compared to this. So, all the cards I have, I did a 3-card spread. All the cards are in reverse. I did not do this on purpose. All the cards are like this. So, we have the Empress in reverse, Death in reverse, and the Ace of Cups in reverse. And for those who are unfamiliar with tarot, death does not mean that someone is going to die. Anyone who believes that lives under a rock. Death means change is going to happen, like a major change. That your old self will die off and you'll become a new person. This does not mean anything negative. It can be something positive for all we know. I mean, I've been through the death card many, many times, and I realized that I symbolize the death card in many ways. So, if I was in this anime, I would symbolize the death card, because I'm always changing. So, Not only that, I'd like to see all these characters die in a fire, but we all can't get what we want. So, alright, so what does this meaning mean? Well, I have my little handy-dandy tarot book right here, and it's going to explain, if you're wondering what deck I'm using, I am using the Dreamer's Journal deck. I got this in New Orleans when I was visiting there. Alright, so for those unfamiliar with tarot, the 3-card spread is past, present, and future. So in the past card, we have the Empress. So let's see what the Empress means. Unfortunately, I don't remember any of the meanings by heart, so I'm just going to read from the book. If reversed, this card will indicate a couple things. First, there's a possibility of too much nurturing and a danger of smothering something or someone. Second, you may be trying to rush a situation, creation, or project. The advice is to back off and let nature take its course. And that's what I did, because remember in the first vlog where I was like, I'm not sure if this will be as good as Monica, but I'm sure hoping it will, but I can't make any assumptions. That's what it's basically saying. So, yeah, I was like, well, I can't really make any assumptions because I have a feeling I will also be disappointed if I do. Alright, so, in the present card, we have death. And death means, in reverse, the card is to imply resisting death and perhaps stalling it. Letting something drag on beyond its natural span leads to stagnation. Well, I'm guessing this card will mean that basically, like, there has been, like, lots of filler, if you remember, like, that whole episode with Ginka and her father and the artist. That was all filler, and it's basically like, well, yeah, it's going downhill, so. And then, lastly, the future card is the Ace of Cups in reverse, and that means this card suggests feeling depleted, empty, and very much need for spiritual and emotional refreshment. It does also represent the opposite, feeling overwhelmed and drowned with emotions. So either I will be crying at the end of the anime because how good it is, and I don't think that's possible, or I will feel like this done nothing to me, and that's probably how I'm going to feel afterwards, unless they did some major change like Monica did, where it's like, oh, everyone dies, but we brought everyone back. So, but the thing is, Monica was more of a time-traveling thing. It wasn't really like, oh, we brought everyone back, like, whoop-de-doo. But, yeah, Monica was more of a time-traveling thing. It's like, well, she went back in time to revive everyone, rather than everyone coming back at the same time that looked that way. But here, I have a feeling they're gonna bring everyone back in, like, the most cliche way possible. And I sure hope that doesn't happen. But, once again, like the first card, we cannot make any assumptions. So, yeah, but yeah, you can get this good, deck in New Orleans. I got it at a witchcraft shop, actually. I like it. It's very pretty. I mean, look at this artwork right here. It's just, like, pretty. But, yeah, I am really, really disappointed with this series, and I wouldn't be surprised if J.O. gave this show a red by now if she was watching this episode, because, oh my god, it is terrible. But I did enjoy watching Ginka die slowly, and I sure hope Akari gets what's coming to her. Alright, so that was episode 7. I'll see you tomorrow night with episode 8 and 9.